If you've seen headlines or thumbnails saying there are 3 payments coming in February, $1,200, $1,400, and $2,000, and you're wondering if your Social Security check is about to change, or if you're missing out on money, or worse, if your personal information is at risk, then take a deep breath and stay with me for the next few minutes, because in the next 30 seconds I'm going to be very clear. There is no confirmed announcement from Social Security, the IRS, or the VA that all seniors or all SSI or SSDI recipients are receiving 3 new payments in February. Your regular Social Security monthly benefit is not being cut, paused, frozen, or replaced. Your personal information is not automatically at risk just because of these rumors. What is happening is that old payment amounts, special situations, and online misinformation are being recycled in a way that's confusing and, frankly, stressful for a lot of people. Today we're going to calmly separate what is officially confirmed from what is rumor, who could see money in February and who will not, and what, if anything, you realistically need to do right now. And for most of you, the answer to that last part is nothing urgent. Now let's slow this down and walk through it together. Over the past few weeks, there has been a noticeable increase in videos, posts, emails, and even phone calls claiming that 3 separate payments, one for $1,200, one for $1,400, and one for $2,000, are scheduled for February 1st or early February, and that they apply to Social Security retirees, SSI, SSDI, VA beneficiaries, or all seniors. That wording alone should raise a red flag, not because people are lying on purpose every time, but because government benefits simply do not work that way. Let's start with the most important confirmed fact. As of now, there is no new federal law, no emergency order, and no official Social Security Administration announcement that creates 3 brand new payments for all beneficiaries in February. That is not opinion. That is verifiable fact. If such a program existed, it would be publicly announced on official government websites, press releases, and national news outlets, and there would be clear eligibility rules. None of that currently exists. Your regular Social Security retirement benefit, SSI payment, SSDI benefit, or VA compensation continues on its normal schedule. The amounts you receive are based on your existing benefit calculation, cost of living adjustments that have already been announced, and any deductions that already apply, such as Medicare premiums. There is no sudden, across-the-board increase or triple payment event scheduled. Now, if that's true, why are these numbers, $1,200, $1,400, and $2,000, showing up everywhere? This is where context matters. Those numbers are not random. They are familiar because they come from different programs, different years, and different situations that are now being mixed together online. The $1,200 and $1,400 amounts come from federal stimulus payments issued during the COVID-19 pandemic. Those payments were approved years ago, paid out years ago, and are not recurring monthly benefits. In very limited cases, someone who was eligible but never received a stimulus payment was able to claim it later as a recovery rebate credit when filing taxes. But that is not a new payment, and it is not automatic, and it does not apply to everyone. The $2,000 figure is often linked to several different things depending on who is talking. Sometimes it refers to proposed legislation that never passed. Sometimes it refers to combined household benefits. Sometimes it refers to state-level assistance programs. And sometimes, unfortunately, it is used purely as clickbait to get attention. So when you see all 3 numbers presented together as if they are brand new payments arriving at the same time, that is speculation, not confirmation. Let's talk clearly about who may see money in February and who will not. If you are a regular Social Security retirement beneficiary, you will receive your normal monthly payment on your usual payment date in February based on your birth date or payment schedule. That payment amount does not suddenly change just because of online claims. If you receive SSI, your payment schedule may show a payment on February 1st, because SSI payments are typically issued on the 1st of the month unless it falls on a weekend or holiday. That is normal and expected. It is not an extra payment. If you receive SSDI, your payment schedule also follows established timing rules, usually tied to your birth date. Again, no surprise payments are scheduled unless officially announced. If you receive VA benefits, those payments follow VA schedules, which are separate from Social Security. There has been no official VA announcement confirming 3 new payments for all beneficiaries. Now let me say this clearly and calmly, because this is important for your peace of mind. Your Social Security check is not at risk because of these rumors. Your benefit amount is not being taken away, and you do not need to click any links, return any phone calls, or provide any personal information to claim these supposed payments. That last part is especially important. Whenever there is widespread confusion about money, scammers see an opportunity. They may call pretending to be from Social Security, the IRS, Medicare, or even a bank. They may send emails or text messages claiming you need to verify your information to receive a payment. They may tell you that your benefits will be delayed unless you act immediately. This is not how legitimate government agencies operate. Social Security does not call you out of the blue demanding personal information. They do not threaten arrest over the phone. They do not ask for gift cards, cryptocurrency, or wire transfers, and they do not require you to click links in text messages to receive benefits. Let me give you a real-life example that I've heard repeatedly from viewers. A retiree receives a phone call saying, "We're calling about your February payment. You're eligible for an additional $1,400, but we need to confirm your Social Security number and bank details." The caller sounds professional, uses official-sounding language, and creates urgency. The retiree feels pressure because they don't want to miss out on money. That is exactly how scams work. They rely on fear and urgency. The safest response is simple. Hang up. Do not engage. If you are ever unsure about your benefits, contact Social Security or the VA directly using the phone number on their official website or your official paperwork. Now let's talk about what seniors realistically need to do right now. For most of you, the answer is nothing. Continue monitoring your regular payments. Continue budgeting based on your confirmed benefit amount. Stay informed, but stay grounded in official sources. If you believe you may have missed a stimulus payment from years ago and you were eligible at the time, that is something to discuss with a qualified tax professional, especially during tax filing season. But that is not the same thing as a new February payment program. If you receive SSI or SSDI and your income, household situation, or disability status has changed, it is always appropriate to report those changes through official channels. But again, that is standard procedure, not related to these rumors. I also want to reassure you again, because repetition matters when anxiety is involved. There is no indication that Social Security benefits are being reduced, frozen, or replaced in February. Your check is not being stopped, and your personal information is not automatically at risk unless you share it with someone who should not have it. Now let's talk briefly about why these rumors spread so quickly. Social media platforms reward attention. Big numbers get clicks. When people are worried about rising costs, healthcare, and retirement security, any mention of extra money spreads fast. Unfortunately, accuracy often gets lost along the way. That's why it's so important to slow down and verify information before reacting emotionally. If you ever see a claim that sounds too good to be true, ask yourself a few calm questions. Has this been officially announced? Is there a clear eligibility explanation? Is this coming from a trusted source or just a headline? Taking a moment to pause can protect both your finances and your peace of mind. As we move through the rest of February and beyond, I'll continue to focus on confirmed updates, official announcements, and practical guidance that helps you understand your benefits without panic or confusion. Before we wrap up, let me leave you with one final reassurance. Your retirement benefits are built on long-standing systems. Changes, when they happen, are announced clearly, debated publicly, and implemented with notice. They do not appear suddenly through rumors and thumbnails. So if you've been feeling anxious or overwhelmed by talk of multiple payments, you're not alone. But you can let that worry go. Stay informed, stay cautious, and stay connected to reliable information. If you found this explanation helpful, feel free to leave a comment, sharing what you've been hearing or asking questions. Chances are, someone else has the same concern. A simple like helps more seniors see accurate information, and subscribing ensures you don't miss calm, factual updates in the future. Take care of yourself, take care of your information, and I'll see you in the next update.